Hi, I'm Sai, and this is my first thoughts on the latest episode of Doctor Who, The Fugitive of the Judoon. Jesus Christ, how much stuff can you fit into an episode? So first of all, the first shock was John Barrowman came back for a short time, I guess. He might be coming back again, judging from what he said in the episode. I was honestly really surprised. I saw something on Facebook the other day which said, like, oh, John Barrowman might be in this episode because he was seen in Cardiff. And I was like, well, I mean, just because he's in Cardiff doesn't mean he's, like, on Doctor Who. And everyone was really sceptical through all the comments. But he was in it. He was in this episode. That was just amazing. So John Barrowman's legend. He hinted at the Cyberman episode. We knew that there was a Cyberman episode coming, but obviously giving him that little bit more sort of threat, I guess, like having Jack warn them about the Cyberman as if it's going to be sort of a big thing. I don't think it's going to be like the season finale episode. I don't know what episode the Cybermen are going to come into it. Or Cyberman, the lone Cyberman, I guess. So he warned them about that. I loved seeing him again. His hair kind of looked like it was obviously dyed, though. I feel as though they could have done a little bit better job of that, because obviously, if you didn't know, John Barrowman dyes his hair now, because he is getting quite old, but he's still a legend in my eyes. Just having him back was brilliant. I was quite upset, though, that he didn't have any scenes with Jodie Whittaker, and like no interaction with the Doctor, a minimal interaction with the companions, just sort of complaining that he can't get the Doctor to get to his location. So I wish he could have done more with that, but hopefully this means that we'll see him again in a future episode. Getting past that, the shock reveal that the character Ruth was actually the Doctor. I feel as though this is obviously going to fit into the Timeless Child arc, I guess, for the rest of the season. That's probably going to be the season finale, sort of episode 2-parter, I think it's supposed to be. I'm really intrigued. My friend was watching it like a little bit ahead of me because I was a bit late, so I had to watch it on iPlayer, but my friend was watching it at his nan's, so he sort of told me that she was the Doctor or something, but I didn't know what he meant, and I didn't really believe him because he doesn't watch Doctor Who on the regular, so I was like, oh, he's probably just mistaken. I was thoroughly shocked when the Jodie Whittaker dug up the TARDIS and the character Ruth turned out to be the Doctor. I was very annoyed to begin with that her character was a female and of ethnicity, not because I'm racist in any way, purely because that's what BBC have done recently. It's fitting into an agenda. I feel as though they're just forcing it so that it has to be this and this, it has to be female and that, because we've had so many male characters with the Doctor. In all honesty, it would be more surprising if the husband, I can't remember his name, of that story was the Doctor to me. It would be more of a surprise for him to be the Doctor. But it was still a big shock. I thought her acting when she was playing Ruth was quite wooden, especially in the church. But when she became the Doctor, then she pulled it off quite well. My first theory was that she was from an alternate universe, because this season has tried some new stuff. I mean, I say new stuff. The first 2-parter basically just destroyed Gallifrey again, and that's already been done once, so but they've done a lot of stuff in Doctor Who. It's sort of difficult not to repeat yourself at this point, and I thought that maybe having her be an alternate universe version of the Doctor, i.e. like bringing in a multiverse into it, could be quite interesting. I know they've sort of touched on that before with Pete's World, and I want to say E-Space from Tom Baker's era, but I don't know enough about that. I haven't seen any of the E-Space episodes to know what that even is. But the thing I know from New Who is the Pete's World from Series 2, and it appeared again in Series 4. But yeah, I'm honestly really intrigued. This episode had way more things. Like, I thought the Judoon was going to be like the biggest part of this episode, but no, it just every single time it just outdid itself with another shocking reveal. Like, honestly, how many reveals can you fit into one episode? Next episode, I don't know what it's called yet. It'll be episode 6. I honestly feel like it's just going to be another filler episode like, what was it, Orphan 55 and Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. To me, those were just filler episodes. This one was sort of the one getting back into the arc, and I hope that they stick with it. I also liked how at the end, for like the first time since, I mentioned it in the first video, I think, how like Graham might have been a bit skeptical about the Doctor, and that never really went anywhere, which I was upset about. But Jodie Whittaker's Doctor sort of said, "You don't really know me. You don't know who I am," and it's true. They really don't. Like, I don't think she's ever like told them like properly, like, "Oh, I'm from Gallifrey," and like they never had like the Rose Tyler from the first episode where she asked the Doctor who he was and everything, and he held her hand and he said like all this stuff about who he was. We've never had that. Or like Martha, where it was on the episode Gridlock, where he just sat down with her at the end of the episode and sort of explained where he was from and stuff, and like really poured her heart out. And I feel as though with 3 companions, it's sort of more difficult to do those sort of scenes, because back then with Rose and with Martha, it was like one-on-one conversation of like, this is who I am, this is what it was, and it felt more personal. But with 3 of them, you can't really do that. So every time she sort of tries to explain who she is, it just sort of gets dumbed down and just gets covered with people saying mate and oi, don't talk to me like that and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as natural as just sitting down and talking to them and like having a heart-to-heart. But yeah, this has gone on quite long. I'm just going to spoil a little bit right now. The episode 3 and 4 reviews are going to be recorded after this one, because I've been away for a week and haven't recorded videos for those. So I'm going to pretend that those videos came out first, but anyone who's watching these in order will know that I'm recording this one before those 2. Anyway, I am intrigued to see where the series goes. I'm not that hopeful about next week's episode, but I'll still give it its due. Overall, this series has been infinitely better than last series already, and we're only 5 episodes in. Thank you all for watching. I've been Psy, and I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.